All right, I'm going to show how to fix a zipper when you end up with too much on one side. Let me show you what that looks like. So it's like this. So what I did was I took a piece of tape and kind of folded it over and got a length, and then I subtracted the distance that from here to here, so kind of ended up with about like that, and then I cut it in half and created these little pieces. And the reason why I cut it in half is I'm going to cut out that much of the track here, and then I'm also going to cut out that much of the track at the other end, so that way it's not a huge piece on one end. I can kind of split it in half and take out some here and some here. And so on the first side, I'm going to actually attempt to try to do this on the inside, because I had previously cut this patch on the inside right here because I had some bubbles coming up when I was leak testing, and when I cut this away, I was able to get my needle down in there to seal up a leak. And so since I've already got this cut away, and because my zipper already kind of goes up under this like that, what my plan is, I need to cut out a section of the zipper. And if I can get this kind of back in there far enough, what I might need to do is actually take a Q-tip with a little bit of acetone and see if I can get it to release just a little bit more. That is our dog talking, trying to get attention. All right, so that got that back in there a little bit further, and I've got it marked that it's this side. Let's peel this off, bring it in on the inside. So it's this side here. I want to cut out about that much. I'm going to have to end up putting kind of a new stop in here. So to cut this out, I'm going to use some diagonal cutters. The idea is that I want it to basically kind of close up this section. So I'm going to try to get it started from where it is. It's a little bit stuck because of it's up in there. is kind of work it a little bit. All right, so let's see if I can get this started. So I've cut this actually loose. It's going to make it a little bit easier to work with. So I've got the teeth cut out, and the zipper's only on kind of one side. And the idea is that I want to try to take this gap and bring it in. Like that. Now, the only thing that you got to be careful with is you don't want this to come apart once you start zipping it. You want that to stay together. So you can either take some needle and thread and sew it. Of course, try not to sew through the plastic on the other side. Or you can actually take and crimp on a little zipper stop, which is what I'm going to do. Before I put the stop on, just so I can kind of check myself, I'm going to kind of tape this. Make sure it doesn't come apart. Gorilla tape would actually work even better. I don't have any with me right now. We'll see how this is. So it greatly reduced it. It's still not gone, but definitely took out quite a bit. So we'll kind of come on this side. I'll do the same thing. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the inside so it's the same. to be careful because I think I might have, yeah, I put a little hole through. This is not in the inflatable chamber part, but I'll have to put probably a little patch over that. All right, so take my little sticker here, flip it over, just so I keep the correct side of the track that I need to remove. Check and see if I can get my zipper to go under there. If I can't, then I can do the same trick to the acetone. See if I can kind of work it off the zipper here. Bring this forward, and then I don't really need this other side of this track. It'll be easier to manage without it. And to really bring it together, I really need to do this. I need to take it originally came to here, and we want to bring it in about 3/8. Which is going to bring it to about here. So what I can do is kind of mark it. If it's wrong, I can just try it again. All right, we'll see how that does. still just a little bit there. So try to do it. Let's make sure that that is indeed on the same side that we were just working on. Yes, it is. It is over on this side. So we want to try to back it up just a little bit more. And if I need to, I can go to the other end and do the same thing. But it doesn't look like I need to. There we go. So the one thing I'm going to have to kind of do is I do have to kind of work with the material because it's basically going to have a little bit of a slack on one side, but you can kind of work that out like this. And I'll glue this back down, and then on the inside I'll need to glue back over the end pieces that I cut out. So I'm going to come in here and put a new patch, and as you can see, I should have put something there. This is already kind of trying to separate, which this is fixable. If you got this going on, you can actually kind of work these teeth together like this. That's kind of what the zipper does. As long as they are splayed and then you kind of work one tooth in at a time, you can actually lay the zipper teeth together. That's the trick, is that it's flexed this way at the tooth that's going together, and then it comes together. So you can actually kind of work all these teeth shut instead of having to try to bring the zipper back down and then zip it back up. Just kind of having a little bit of a hard time getting this material to allow me to do this without trying to pull it apart. So once I get this together, what I can do is crimp a stop on there, or you could sew it just to keep, the main thing is to keep the very first tooth together. If you can keep that together, then it'll prevent it from sliding down, and then I'll glue a new patch over there, and then also kind of glue this down and just kind of pull the material apart so I don't have anything bunched up.